guys? We are back at it again with another reaction. This time we're doing a video called Dad Says My Girl Is Too Ugly. Story time. Let's see this, I guess. Start it.
Hey, I'm Robert.
Hi, Robert.
And I've always been very good looking. I'm not saying that to brag. It's just that every single girl in my high school wanted to date me.
So you are
I
bragging.
was young, and of course, I chose the hottest girl.
Bring this up.
Her name was Rebecca, and all I had to do was say hi to her. She immediately responded, "Oh my God, hey Robert." And a few hours later, I made out with her. Afterward,
So, this is my timeline so far. Go to prettiest girl named Rebecca. Say hi. She says hi back. You make out. That's the timeline I have so far. Also, she's the prettiest girl in school. Then why is it that name?
dated for 2 weeks. But I didn't actually like Rebecca.
Oh.
All she did was gossip and trash talk her own friends. At one point, I had enough and broke up with her.
What the?
I
Where
didn't actually
is this?
like Rebecca. All she did was gossip and trash talk her own friends. At one point, I had enough and
Is she sitting? Is this in a bathroom? Okay, I'll stop.
broke up with her. I could have found another gorgeous girl, but I liked Elsa the most. She was my chemistry partner, and I simply enjoyed talking and hanging out with her. Was she pretty? Well, most people would have said no, but I really didn't care.
You could have just said yes. You could have just said yes.
All I knew was that I wanted to spend more time with her. That's why I asked her out. I said, "Hey, do you want to go on a date with me this weekend?" She seemed very surprised and said, "You want to date me?" I nodded my head and said, "Of course." Our first date was great. We went
Get it? Her name is Elsa and she has Olaf. How funny. How original.
on a Ferris wheel and held hands.
Why am I
It
like
sounds
this?
stupid, but it felt right. But then the news spread at our school. A lot of people asked me, "Why are you dating Elsa? Do you really think she's pretty?" Of course, I hated those questions
What did you say? What did you say when you answered them?
because they made it sound like I was somehow out of her league.
But what did you
But
say?
I never thought that way. I just knew that Elsa was the right girl for me, and for the first time in my life, I was in love. But then I introduced her to my dad and said, "Dad, this is Elsa."
He looks like a rich prick. I mean, look at him. You really blame me for saying that, dude? Like, come on.
We have been dating for a few months now, and I wanted to introduce her to you. But instead of welcoming Elsa, my dad pointed at her and said, "I don't like you." We were both shocked. But Elsa was a brave girl and
Quit the
asked my
judge, I
dad,
guess.
"Sir, can I ask why you don't like me?" And my dad responded, "I'm sure you are a nice girl, but my son is a 10, and you are a 4 at best."
Bro, this dad is just insane.
I saw that Elsa was holding back tears, and I got so angry that I screamed at my dad, "You monster!"
That did not look like you said, you monster. That looked more like you said. Here, I'm gonna quickly just voice over
But
this,
my
okay?
son is a 10, and you are a 4 at best.
Let's voice
I
over
saw
this.
that Elsa was holding back tears, and I got so angry that I screamed at my dad, "You monster!" Then I took Elsa to my
That's
room
what it
and
looked
tried
like
to
he was
comfort
going.
her. I said, "My dad's opinion doesn't matter." But then she asked me, "Do you think I'm pretty?" And I responded, "I don't think it matters whether you are pretty or not."
You could have just said yes. You could have just said yes.
Elsa couldn't handle my answer. She started crying and said, "So it's true what the other kids in our school say. They all think I don't deserve you." She was crying, but I responded, "Look, you are not the prettiest girl in the world."
No! You don't say that! What was the thought process? You're supposed to, like, comfort her, not just outright say she's ugly. Dad says my girl is too ugly. Well, like, I say my girl is too ugly because golly, brother. This is a much shorter one than the other one I did, golly.
You either accept that or not. But I love you just the way you are, and there is nothing I enjoy more than spending time with you. Isn't that enough? Finally, Elsa said, yes, I can live with that. I thought we had solved this problem.
Why did you think you solved it? Why did you think you solved the problem? You called her ugly straight to her face.
But the next day, my mean dad took my phone and wrote Elsa a message saying, I'm sorry, you really, really aren't pretty enough for me.
Oh, he hacked
That's
into your
why I
phone.
have to break up with you. When I had my phone back, I saw my dad's text and Elsa's reply. It was a single sad smiley. I immediately went over to her place and explained what my stupid dad had done. She said it was fine, but I could see in her eyes how much my dad had hurt her. Now, our next date, it wasn't good either. Whenever a good-looking girl was close to us, Elsa said, if you want, you can talk to her.
She's out letting you cheat. Bro, this is your fault. You could have just said that she was pretty. And then none of this would have happened. This is your fault.
I always responded, I don't want to talk to other girls. But Elsa's insecurities only grew worse, and I missed the careless and fun times we had before. I hoped she would become her old self again. But then my dad took it to the next level. He said to me, either you're going to break up with Elsa, or I'm going to throw you out of my house when you turn 18.
That's overkill. You want him to break up with a girl that you don't like because she's not pretty. And if he doesn't, then you will kick him out of your house. That's just no.
Well, my 18th birthday was only 1 month away, so those weren't good news. I asked him if there was some other way. I said, what if I instead study even harder for school? But my dad wasn't willing to make any compromises. You probably expect some kind of happy ending, and that I married Elsa despite my dad.
No, I don't actually. Why would I ever expect that? You said she wasn't pretty straight to her face while she was crying. I do not expect that ever to happen.
Wasn't the case. I was only 18, and I really didn't want to be kicked out of my dad's home. Also, Elsa and I were just teenagers. What were the odds of us two staying together for the rest of our lives? They were pretty low. And that's why I told Elsa I wanted to break up with her. Of course, she said...
Did you at least say that it was because your dad was going to kick you out? Did you at least say that? Because if you did, then I wouldn't hate you as much.
Oh,
Robert.
It's because I'm too ugly. And she was crying again. But this time, I was so annoyed of her that I only said, no,
Annoyed?
It's because you are immature and insecure. Unfortunately.
Bro. You could have just said you have to. This man, not only did he call his girlfriend, not pretty, right to her face while she was crying, and now he's just straight up lying about why he has to break up. This is bad.
Our breakup led to her having a small mental breakdown. She didn't come to school for 2 weeks, and then a month later, she sent me a picture with her and some random good-looking guy making out.
Elsa.
It looked gross, and she wrote, I just wanted to let you know.
Elsa.
Wow. I really hope she will fix her problems, because right now, she is behaving like a maniac.
Elsa. Oh,
You barely
shoot.
flinched in that cold tub.
Old Spice CDTD, I stay first 24/7. On it.
Dang it. Hang on, wait, I'm going back to this.
Hey, I'm Robert.
I know, Robert. I just listened to your entire freaking story. Ahem. Elsa.